from levy is that you are exempt, your collateral, your body is exempt from levy for the debt. They cannot hold your collateral, your body as collateral against this debt because you're exempt from that. So your exemption ID number, of course, is your Social Security number. And if you have all of that stuff on there, it is the bill's paid. You hand it back. So that's what it means. Accepted for value. I'm accepting this document for whatever value you put on it, and I'm going to return it for value. I'm going to return it to you for whatever value you place on it so that this debt is set off, settled, and closed. Now, I'd be careful doing that if you're trying to set off like a driver's ticket, like for driving, because you're closing your license account.
Wait a second, so you were saying accepted for value, and doesn't that come back to what we were saying earlier about the Federal Reserve notes are worth nothing more than the paper and the ink that they're printed with?
Okay, right, so money is what we...
It's worth nothing, you accept that.
Right, money is what we say it is, okay? It's just credits and debits that are being exchanged, mostly in machines and computers or stuff. But like we create bonds and we create money orders and we create checks and we create Federal Reserve notes. There's lots of forms of currency out there. So basically you become your own little private bondsman and you learn how to create bonds that are based on your Social Security account. And you learn how to pay bills by setting the bill off to your Social Security account, and that's what you do when you get the original charging instrument. So you write that on there, your banker's acceptance, and you're a banker because you have this Social Security account that you can set your debts off to. Like, thank you, big brother. You know, like you really do start to love the government when you realize what they've given us. They've given us the ability to be free, to do whatever we want. We can just set off our debts. Okay, but mind you, if you do whatever you want and you just pay off your debts, be careful what you do, because if you go after your brother or your brother's children, he's likely to put you in your grave if you're harming them. So we do have these boundaries still intact. You see how we can have our freedom and still have all of these boundaries intact? So after I handed back that, they continued to process me. They gave me my clothes, or they gave me their clothes, sorry, and said, we need you to put these on. And I said, I conditionally accept your offer to put those on upon presentation of the original charging instrument. See, I hadn't studied as good then, and I was still asking for the original charging instrument when I should have been saying, I accept your offer to put those on upon proof of claim that this matter has not been set off, settled, and closed, and that you are not now in violation of my right to contract and your oath of office, and the fee is $100,000 overdoing and owing immediately. I take cash, check, or money order. No, you don't have a cash. Okay, my business here now today is concluded. I demand to be escorted from the premises immediately. Thank you, have a nice day. But because I wasn't saying that, they didn't do that. So they continued to process me, and they took my fingerprints and my photograph. And as they did so, I made sure that they physically moved me from cell to cell and physically put my hand on the fingerprinting machine. And as they did this, I conditionally accepted their offer to grant or convey a security interest in my personal private property upon proof of claim that they're not in violation of their right to contract and my oath of office. Let the record show that I in no way will resist them as they attempt to do their job, so that they know that I'm not a threat to them. Because if you resist them, they're going to beat you up. And you do not want to get beat up by a bunch of cops. It's not fun. I've done it. So you don't resist them, and you say, I'm going to do this under threat, duress, and coercion. I accept your offer to do this, and I in no way will resist you as you attempt to do this. Make sure you say those things. And then, very importantly, when they take your picture, your eyes must be closed and your head needs to be held down, or the cops better be forcing your head up to face the camera. And when you do this, the judge immediately looks at your file and he knows something's up. He sees that your eyes are closed and your head is down. And he automatically is going to be like, whoa, what's up? This person's different from everybody else. So they processed me and they single-celled me. And trust me, you want to be single-celled. You do not want to be in population with all of those other people in there. Like, they're meth addicts, they're crack addicts, and they're prostitutes. So trust me, single-celled is a good thing. So they single-celled me.
Question. You were saying some like you said, okay, you were asking for the original charging instrument, and you said you were making a mistake by doing that, and you were supposed to ask this other few sentences. Can you say those few sentences again?
Okay.
And break them down as far as what do they mean, like in layman's terms, make them very simple.
Okay, see, what happened was I kept asking for the original charging instrument, even though I had already paid the bill and I'd already set off a copy that they told me was as good as the original. So I should have instead been saying, I conditionally accept your offer to do anything to me, or keep me here even, upon proof of claim that this matter has not already been set off, settled, and closed. Because I've already paid this bill, right? And that you are not now in violation of your oath of office and my right to contract. The fee is $100,000 overdoing and owing immediately. You know, oh, you don't have the money? My business here now today is concluded. I demand to be escorted from the premises immediately. Thank you. Have a nice day. I demand to be escorted from the premises immediately to be set at liberty.
So you had done a paperwork process before you were arrested, is what you're saying? You had already set off the criminal charges? Is that what you were
Yeah,
saying?
I had. So really, I should have been saying this matter has been set off, settled, and closed from the beginning. But I was still just training. Like, I didn't really know. I was just going over the mantras. I didn't know that I should have been using my full mantra from the beginning instead of breaking it out once I got to court. So let me continue with the story. So they single-celled me, and then a nicer dressed cop or whatever investigator came to my cell and tried to get me to sign extradition papers, which basically said that I'm Crystal Mullins and that I was in Tennessee at this time and got charged with this stuff. And I conditionally accepted his offer to sign anything upon proof of claim that this matter had not been set off, settled, and closed. And he said, oh, it sounds like you studied some law. Do you need an attorney? And I conditionally accepted his offer to provide me an attorney upon proof of claim that he would accept private asset compensation, work only in the private to bring resolution and not argue the facts publicly, and provide written documentation through the court that he would accept private asset compensation and work to meet agreement privately, and to act as surety for the defendant on all charges, which means if this name gets charged, you're going to pay for it. You're going to jail. You're paying the bill. If you want to speak for my name, go ahead, but you're the one who's going to lose, so you're the one who's going to have to pay for it. So after I said that, he was just like, sounds like you studied some law, and walked away, upon which I put another conditional acceptance on. I went to court the next day, and in the court,